Hello, my name is Tony Beers, and this is Movie Grades.
And just like the movies, we play out our last scene.
The movie that I will review for you is Inglorious Basterds. Finally, I got to see Inglorious Basterds. It's a little late for me to see this movie, but it's better late than never. Before I begin this review, I'd just like to mention that I'm not a big fan of Quentin Tarantino. I like some of his movies, some of them are kind of bad. So, I like him, but I'm not a huge fan. I really like this movie. It's pretty good. Except there are a few things that I did not like about it. And since there's only a few things, let's get them out of the way, and then I'll move on with the review. One thing, there is a lot of long dialogue scenes. Now, Quentin Tarantino is known for this. Some people love this about his movies, some people hate it. I hate it. Just like his last movie, this is the worst part about it. His last movie, Death Proof, had a lot of long talking scenes just like this movie. And that's the worst thing about Death Proof. Death Proof was a pretty good movie, and it would have been a lot better if they just cut down some of the dialogue scenes. Now, another thing that I don't like about these long dialogue scenes, one thing that makes them even worse, is that they're all in foreign languages. They're either in German or in French. And since they are in German or in French, they have subtitles down at the bottom. I hate subtitles. When I go to a movie, I go to watch a movie, not to read a movie. Books are to be read, movies are to be watched. That's how I feel. So that's why I hate subtitles. And get off. Go. Get. Good. I got rid of those subtitles. So, other than the long dialogue scenes and the subtitles, this movie is pretty great. My favorite part about this movie has to be the characters of the Bastards. They are by far my favorite characters in this movie. Well, first off, you have Brad Pitt playing Aldo Rain, I think they call him, or as the Germans call him, the Apache. He is really good in this movie. He is a little cheesy and over the top, but it's a good cheesy and over the top. I mean, he actually kind of reminded me of Bruce Campbell, how he can be over the top and cheesy. I half expected him to say, "This is my scalping stick," you know, like Bruce Campbell did in Army of Darkness. This is the good over-the-top and cheesy, unlike some other actors like Jim Carrey, who does over-the-top and cheesy way bad. He just is way too over-the-top. Jim Carrey, please take some notes from Brad Pitt. You could really learn something. Another character I like is called the Bear Jew. Now, when I first heard about a Bear Jew, I first thought, well, bears, isn't that what they call fat, hairy, gay guys? And the first time I thought about a Bear Jew, the first person that came to mind was Harvey Fierstein. That's a Bear Jew. Then I realized that Harvey Fierstein isn't going to be in this movie, that it's going to be played by Eli Roth. And a lot of people have said that Eli Roth is the worst thing about this movie. They say he is not a very good actor. And I thought he did a decent job. I didn't have any complaints about him playing the Bear Jew. I also heard it was once going to be Adam Sandler. Now, I thought that was an interesting choice. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad choice, but that was interesting to say the least. I would have to say that my favorite bastard is the German bastard, the German that killed the 13 other German officers. I think I like him the most because he was the most intense of them all. He was kind of the meanest of them all. He was very brutal. There's one scene in the movie in which the British officer sees him and he's sharpening his knife. He's kind of making the British officer a little uneasy, and the British officer goes up to him and says some things might go wrong in this mission and that he needs everybody to be calm. And the German bastard looks at him and says, "I don't look calm to you." I really like that scene in that movie. I really like that character. He just seems so intense. Another character that I liked in this movie is nicknamed the Jew Hunter. He is the main villain of this movie, and man is he evil. He is just so evil. He is so evil that when he walked in the room, I really thought they were going to play the Darth Vader theme from Star Wars. I thought that I was going to hear dun 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 dun. This guy is that evil. I'm thinking that this movie is gonna get at least a few Oscar nominations. It might not win any, but I believe it deserves to be at least nominated. Especially the guy who played the Jew Hunter. He is just so good and evil in this movie, and you actually think he's about to kill someone. He'll jump out of the screen and kill you or something. And he is probably the smartest character in this movie too. He's very smart, and he's also very arrogant, and that's kind of what does him in, is his arrogance. This might be my favorite movie of this summer. In fact, let's get a second opinion. I've got a guest here. Hey dude, hey man, hey, what do you think is the best movie this summer? 9? 9? I don't even think that movie came out in the summer. It actually came out in September. But if you liked it, hey, how many stars would you give that movie? 9. Okay, I didn't see that movie, so I can't really give my opinion on it. Sorry, I didn't see 9 yet, but Hitler likes it, so it must be good. One thing that Quentin Tarantino does very well in this movie is he builds the tension. There's quite a few scenes in which it is very tense. You're on the edge of your seat in this movie. There's a scene where these Jews are hiding in this dairy farmer's house at the beginning of the movie, and this German officer, the Jew Hunter, comes in here, and you're on your seat thinking, is he gonna kill them? Is he gonna capture him? Are they gonna escape or what? There's also another scene in which the bastards and this British officer and this German female actress spy is trying to infiltrate these Germans, and you're wondering, are they going to get caught or not? And that's what's really done well in this movie, is these very tense scenes. The other thing that Quentin Tarantino does well is the action and the violence and the gore in this movie. It is very well done. It's just what I expect from a Quentin Tarantino film. As you might already know, I'm a big comic book fan. And I've always wondered, if Quentin Tarantino would make a comic book movie, what would that be? I know I've heard Quentin Tarantino say in interviews before that he would never make a comic book movie only because comic book fans are so picky. But I've heard he is a comic book fan himself, so I actually thought about it. What comic book character would be a good movie for Quentin Tarantino to make? And I thought, with his love of 70s movies, I think the perfect characters for him to do, Power Man and Iron Fist. Because nothing says 70s more than Power Man and Iron Fist, except maybe Dazzler. And I think this would be a great project for Quentin Tarantino to do. He loves blaxploitation movies, and he loves kung fu movies from the 70s, and this is both of those type of movies put together. You got Power Man, which would be like a Shaft type character, and you have Iron Fist, which is a kung fu character. So I think this would be actually the perfect movie project for Quentin Tarantino. He can even throw in Shang-Chi, or he could throw in Blade, that is, as soon as Wesley Snipes gets out of jail, and it would be a perfect Marvel 70s movie. He should just make an entire Heroes for Hire movie and throw all those characters in it, and I think it'd be excellent, and I think it'd be the perfect comic book movie for Quentin Tarantino to do. This very well may be the best movie this summer, but that's not saying much considering all the movies that came out this summer. It's very well done, but like I said, it does have the long dialogue scenes and the subtitles, so I'm going to have to take some points off for that. And my final grade will have to be a B+. Hey, what do you say over there, buddy? How many stars would you give this movie out of 10 stars? 9. See? Hitler gives it 9 stars. Even he likes it, and he died in the movie. So, my final grade for Inglorious Basterds is a B+. I'm Tony Beers, and I'll see you next time.
Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps. And I want my scalps.
Nine, 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 nine.
Sound good?
Yes, sir!